On this episode of Latinas, we meet the cast and crew of hit star show Viva, visit Susie Jaramillo's world of Canticos, and talk money with Carmen Rita Wong. Welcome to Latinas, the show that's all about nuestras mujeres in the Latinx community. I'm Tinabeth Piña. To celebrate the end of Hispanic Heritage Month, we're here at Gantry Plaza State Park in Queens, which is not only the most diverse borough in the nation, but also the place where over 25% of Latinos call home. In New York City, like everywhere else in the country, studies have found that women continue to make less than their male counterparts. For Latinas, it's even worse. We make 53 cents for every dollar that a white non-Latino makes, the lowest pay out of all races and ethnicities. So how can we close the wage gap? How can we educate ourselves and be more confident about money? Marlene Peralta met with money expert Carmen Rita Wong to tell us how.
No apologies, no apologies, no apologies.
Why don't women talk about money with each other more? It drives me mental that the only time we talk about money is when, oh, I love your bag. Oh my God, I got it on sale. That needs to stop being the only way we talk about money.
Carmen Rita Wong is an author, media personality, and money expert.
Welcome to The Carmen Show. It's life, money, and no apologies.
Her podcast urges women to talk about money and life in an uncensored way. Carmen and I met to discuss her platform and what women, especially Latinas, need to know about money.
Women need to understand, women of all kinds need to understand that knowing yourself means knowing your money. Because I come at money through psychology. I was a professor of behavioral economics at NYU, and what that is the why and how of what we do with money. So what makes you want to shop? What makes you spend too much? What makes you not want to save? What makes you hoard money? All these little decisions have to do with who you are as a person, how you were raised, your parents, your culture. We have to understand these things. And we have to understand the politics of what's going on outside of us, the systems outside of us and how they work.
Why do you think financial literacy is lower in the Latino community?
I think financial literacy is such an issue and so not part of the Latino community because it's just not been part of our tradition, right? For a lot of us, we have parents who are immigrants, or we're immigrants ourselves. And wherever they come from, this is not part of their day-to-day. Also, the system is changing so much. I mean, we were going from a time when I remember going to the bank when I was 12 and getting my first savings book. It was a book, and you had to write, in numbers, to not just swiping cards, but paying for everything with our phone. We've become so separated from the idea of money that within our communities and culture, there is no tangible way to understand or keep track of it in a way that really falls along with the way we live our lives, right?
But we have a disadvantage when it comes to pay equity, for example.
Pay equity is absolutely an issue. You should talk and find mentors, and they don't have to be Latina, they don't even have to be female. Talk and find people who see you as a person with gifts to give, right? See you as a person who can really create change at work and with your work. And get them to help you understand when you go to the table, negotiating table, what can you ask for? Make sure you are doing what you need to do to earn and deserve what you're asking to get paid.
Diversity on television is essential, and we had a chance to chat with the diverse cast and crew of the award-winning series Viva on Starz that follows two estranged Mexican-American sisters from East LA and their stories of life, love, and gentrificación in a queer Latinx community.
Confident, clever, and filled with chingona characters, Viva is the on-screen Latinx representation of our mujeres.
I live here now.
We had a writer's room that was all Latinx. We are all steeped in the patriarchal culture because our cultures, our different Latinx cultures are, so can be machistas. So we had that, but yet we have an insider's point of view on this, on the sex scene. So we let our experiences be steeped in there, but we really tried to tell the story as accurately.
We could all be a family. That's what Viva always wanted.
That's what she wanted. She would have done something about it.
There's a scene in the first season where Emma has sex with a non-binary person.
I knew it. Then why didn't you say anything?
Why didn't you say anything?
When did we ever say anything?
We wanted to keep it as real and accurate from a lot of discussion, a lot of workshopping in the room. It was important to feel real and for you to maybe sometimes feel a little uncomfortable watching it.
For the second season, Viva has a Latina director helming each of the 10 episodes, including its executive director, creator, and writer, Tanya Saracho.
Viva season 2,
Tanya just did a really good job in finding the writers and finding the crew and the cast and really knowing the area and doing the research. And that
is like
is
capturing everybody's voice.
Yeah.
You pass.
When you find the right person, you realize you don't have to change anything about yourself.
I had worked on another TV show where the camera department was mostly female, and that was the first time that I really got to see the difference that it makes as far as the work that I'm able to do. It does make a difference.
I have a life back in Chicago. Do you want to run a bar?
What an achievement it is to have this show on TV and how important it is to support it so that we get to tell our stories in the way that is truthful and not a stereotypical way. And so that if this show does well, that means more shows will follow.
Does that plan so good after 2 days?
Yeah.
Working on Viva, it becomes sacred because you see that, oh, we don't get to have this as much.
She was dying!
We have been conditioned by our mothers and our fathers, calladita te ves más bonita, you know, to be like, to not ask for things or not go for it out of duty. In fact, we have a character that, Mari.
Get your cracker ass out of our neighborhood, all right? Nobody wants you here.
Her duty to her father has stopped her from pursuing her education, you know, and that is a very common thing in our community.
I'm operating on chingona level.
I just want us to keep going up, especially little new chingonas that are coming up. I want them to be their full chingona selves, you know, and just try it, whatever it is. It might not be writing, it might not be acting, whatever it is, just try it, give it a go. Even though we have like our culture sort of telling us no.
I support any way you want to identify.
I don't identify as anything, I'm just me.
Viva is a crucial show for representation, for diversity, for women, and for the queerness in our Latinx community. I'm Melissa Garay for Latinas.
If you don't have Stars and want to watch Viva, you can catch up on Season 1 by watching it on Stars' YouTube channel. LATiNAS checked out New York Fashion Week a few weeks ago, and we loved what we saw at the Flying Solo Fashion Show, where over 50 designers, 5 of who are Latinos, showed off the most cutting-edge fashions through their concepts of diversity and inclusion. Let's take a look. Wikipedia describes Me Too as a movement against sexual harassment and sexual assault. But how does this movement play out in the Latinx community? We sat down with 4 outspoken Latinas to find out, and it's today's Caliente Caliente.
I define sexual harassment as unwanted behavior from either a male or female that's unwarranted, and more women are speaking up about it, so that's a good thing.
And I don't think it's something that's been happening more lately. I just think that we're finally having this as a conversation. We're talking about, you know, women when they were in high school or in college, or women who are executives or leaders of their own organizations. So it's across the board, and it also has to do with power, with the feeling that people have that they have some sort of power over you and they can do anything they want.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've had a lot of conversations with my mom about it. Oftentimes, like the MTA in New York City, she always gets sexually harassed, especially at night. there's definitely some kind of unwanted sexualization of just Latinas in general.
Even among Latinos, I feel like sometimes when you just assume that you can embrace me or give me a kiss on the cheek every single time we see each other, and you kind of use that cultural idea of closeness and kind of friendliness to sort of just like, cop a feel essentially. It's very uncomfortable.
A lot of Latinas were raised with the understanding that if someone comes over, you have to, as a child, allow them to give you a hug and a kiss.
Yeah.
And Latino boys too,
Yeah.
And I think it's really important that we start raising our children to be polite and say hello, but that they don't need to feel obligated to have someone touch their bodies or kiss them. Yeah.
Changing the norm of what's become normal of women being harassed, I think needs to start by telling our young girls, our young boys, because it also happens in elementary school, in middle school, and high school. A lot. There's not just the harassment, but there's the bullying. So letting them know that, hey, it's okay to speak up, go to a trusted member, either your counselor, your teacher, definitely your family.
I think that people have been trying to push this movement for a long time, but I think what Me Too did was that it made the conversation really viable for us to all understand that even though it is normal, it's not okay. And the fact that it is normal is scary, because I've been in situations that I never told anyone what happened to me, because in my industry, that's just what happened. And we knew that collectively, and if you said something, that you're never gonna get hired again.
I think in the Latino community, changing the narrative is I don't want to say it's more challenging, but it's definitely, there are extra challenges. When you talk about families, right? And if they're in a family, there's a son and there's a daughter. The way that both of them are brought up are very different.
We need to start talking about toxic masculinity, about the messages that men get and boys get in terms of what power is. Because power, I think the most powerful and amazing men are the ones who are great dads, who are taking care of their sons and their daughters and creating community and villages. And those men are powerful and amazing. But if the world isn't looking at them as that, then we have a problem.
When we talk about equality, or we talk about the Me Too movement, bringing men into the fold is important, because those things can impact men as well, right? It really is about equality. It's about uplifting everyone up.
What advice would you give me as a young Latina going into the professional world? What should I do if something were to arise?
I'm really happy for you, because you're coming of age at a time where this conversation exists. So my advice would be, as you go through life in general, have your community of women, have your village, and don't be silent about it. I think that the time of people being silent is over.
It's just, they have this idea that we all like hot, and we all like, everything is about, being sexy, and, I don't know if they ask you that, but that's what they expect from you. If you're serious, they don't expect that you're serious and that you have something in your mind. They always think about, I don't have anything against her, but like you, Sofia Vergara, or something like that,
Looking to teach your children English and Spanish and don't know where to go? We're about to introduce you to the world of Canticos, a bilingual baby and toddler brand of books, apps, and sing-along videos airing on Nick Jr. Elena Romero has the story.
Little chickies squeal, pío, pío, pío. Cuando tienen hambre, cuando tienen frío.
We love Canticos. We have all the books at home.
The fact that there's a show like this to teach him and my kids Spanish and English is really great.
Latino families can't get enough of Canticos, the Nick Jr. show that pairs classic nursery rhymes from all over the Spanish-speaking world with adorable animal characters to teach children vocabulary, numbers, days of the week, and so much more in both English and Spanish.
Up the water spout, vino la lluvia y se la llevó.
These songs are ubiquitous in Latin America. And we're elevating them in a collection of videos and apps and books and soon consumer products, right? And we're creating a whole franchise brand that's really gonna celebrate Latin culture. And we're gonna put it out there. And Latinos, for them, it'll make them proud because it's like, here's my culture in this beautiful baby brand. And you know what? For those that aren't of Latin descent, it'll be like, oh my God, this is beautiful. This is bilingual. I can expose my child to, another language. And one of the beautiful things about Canticos is whether you're from, Cuba or Venezuela or Mexico or Puerto Rico, you sing these songs. So it really does bring the communities together.
The award-winning show, which is the first of its kind on mainstream television, showcases Kiki, Nikki, and Ricky, the adorable pollitos, Benji the elephant, Lily the spider, and Sammy the bunny, as they sing familiar tunes from Wheels on the Bus to Arroz con Leche.
Arroz con leche, I want to hop, hop.
They're really adorable, quirky, charming characters that reflect toddlers. And then visually, we've just established this super colorful, playful world. And we leverage little costuming details, whether it's mariachi hats or ballet folklorico.
Jaramillo, a Venezolana mom of two who is inspired by everyone from Walt Disney to Hokusai, is a brand builder with over 20 years of experience in the media and advertising industries.
I realized when I had children how important it was to me that they appreciate their Latin roots and their culture and their language. And I really didn't want to make it a chore for them. And you want them to love their culture and their language and the different things that make, us as Latinos love ourselves, no?
Canticos isn't the only project on Jaramillo's plate. Encantos, the company behind Canticos, is in fact her second business venture.
Encantos is an education and entertainment company inspired by World of Cultures. So our first property for Encantos is Canticos. The idea is that Encantos is going to be a house of brands, and we have other properties in our pipeline.
How important has it been being a Latina in developing this unique business model?
So as a Latina, I am so passionate about making sure that everything we produce is of the highest quality. Whether it's visual, whether it's musical, whether it's educational, that it's all so thought out because we represent a broader community. And I want to make sure that we are properly representing and servicing that community.
I'm Elena Romero for LATINAS.
To learn more about Canticos, check out their website at canticosworld.com. The hate that's rampant in the world today can make it a very scary place, especially for kids. But one Latina drag queen is making sure that acceptance is taught at a very young age through the art of reading.
Do you want to know what a drag queen is?
Yeah.
Okay, a drag queen is someone who dresses up as their favorite character.
Angel Elektra is one of many queens who take part in Drag Queen Story Hour at public libraries across the country. At the New York Public Library in Jackson Heights, Angel read a variety of books to kids in English and Spanish, followed by arts and crafts. The program got its start in California in 2015.
It started in San Francisco with Michelle T, and then it came to New York about in 2016. Right now we're in Australia, we're in Europe, all over Europe, we're in Japan. I do the Westchester County chapter. I'm also part of the New York, so it's just about spreading the magic.
It's on the drag, we go swish, 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 swish.
The Story Queen is the best. She is like the coolest book reader ever.
She dressed up so nice and she had glitter on her lips and on her eyes.
Do you have a favorite reading?
Yeah, I had the favorite one about the family book.
Why was that your favorite?
Because there were a lot of animals, and my favorite animals were the fishes.
Just add glitter.
I think it does so much to help children and any adults accompanying them relate to people who are different and look different. You could see the kids just love it, and the parents do too.
The children also didn't even realize or care that Angel was in drag. And although the program is designed to expose kids to gender fluidity, protests and lawsuits have popped up across the country by conservatives who claim that Drag Queen Story Hour is inappropriate for children.
We're not here to bring any negativity. We're here to bring positivity. So when I hear about my sisters getting, bashed or getting screamed at or getting protested. It's just sad because when the kids are leaving the library, they just came from an amazing experience and then walk out and see some, random people just screaming in front of a library, And it scares them, and that's not what we aim for.
For us, it's wonderful to get exposed to drag queens and people representing LGBT community and all types of people, and it's important for our kids to see this and also learn new ways to celebrate how they want to express themselves.
It really is.
Although Angel has been practicing the art of drag for only 4 years, he realizes that the program not only introduces kids to the wonders of reading and the imagination, but it's also creating LGBTQ role models, especially among Latinx people like her.
When I was growing up, we had no one. And for, the entire LGBT community who didn't have a role model at that time of their early childhood, it was hard. I was born and raised in a Christian religion, in a Christian household, and being gay was totally an abomination to God. So I had to just find myself.
Has this evolved at all for you? I mean, I understand that it is a Drag Queen Story Hour, but for you personally, has there been a journey for you?
As a person, I think that Drag Queen Story Hour has helped me accept not only myself, but my sisters within my community as far as drag queens, lesbians, trans. There was one point in my life where I would go on social media and just bash my drag queen sisters because they have hairy arms. But here I am, a drag queen with hairy arms myself. So Drag Queen Story Hour has helped me forget all of that negativity and think about it in a positive way and be an influence amongst each other.
Let's say it together. Glitter, glitter everywhere.
To find out where the next Drag Queen Story Hour takes place, log on to their website at dragqueenstoryhour.org. Sylvia Rivera was a Latina gay liberation and transgender rights activist. The Puerto Rican Venezuelan fought to create safe spaces for queer homeless youth and spoke loudly and powerfully for equality among her community of transgender individuals. Born Ray Rivera, she later took the name Sylvia and fought for inclusion until the very end, passing away in February of 2002 at 50 years old. We're reminded of her legacy and dedication to her community, as she is the only transgender person to have a portrait in the Smithsonian National Portrait Gallery, and a street in Greenwich Village has been named in her honor. Her legacy also lives on through the Sylvia Rivera Law Project, which provides access to public education, social, health, and legal services for transgender, intersex, and non-gender conforming individuals. Sylvia Rivera is today's badass Latina. Celebrity makeup artist Stephanie Flor has worked with some of the most influential celebs out there, from Mariah Carey to Sting. And if that wasn't enough, she's the founder of Around the World Beauty, a travel platform that celebrates diversity and beauty rituals from around the world. And she is today's Latina on the rise.
It's been a really beautiful journey as a Latina, representing my culture as well, but also combining the cross-cultural experience that's happening here in America and globally.
Costa Rican Ecuadorian artist Stephanie Flor has been wanting a career in the makeup industry since she was a kid.
At 14 years old, they're like, what do you want to be when you grow up? I'm like, a makeup artist, and I want a dog. Those are my two objectives. I believe what draws me to makeup, even till this day, is this idea of transformation. It's a vehicle where you can transform a woman into a man, or a man into a woman, and a woman into her most confident self. And I love that. I love the idea that a little glitter, a little mascara, a little lipstick can just change the way you feel from the inside.
For over 15 years, Stephanie has been transforming faces from the inside and out, and her work has been featured in Time, Glamour, and InStyle magazine. When she's not freelancing as a makeup artist, she's the beauty editor-director at Unearthed Women magazine.
I think when you work in beauty, you realize that beauty is so much more than what you see. It's like how you see with your heart, because you can be talking to the most beautiful girl, but she doesn't see beauty in herself. Women, I believe, are always looking to connect with who they are. I think I'm lucky that I work in the beauty industry, so I'm constantly looking at myself in the mirror, and I'm constantly inspired by my industry.
Stephanie has not only been lucky in realizing her makeup dreams, but she's also become a global beauty entrepreneur.
I own a business, and it's called Around the World Beauty, And it's a beauty and travel movement. We travel to 5 destinations around the world and we bring women to experience this beauty culture around the world in Morocco, Marrakesh. We go to India. We're trying to launch in Japan in 2020.
Stephanie's entrepreneurial spirit also has her doing beauty tours right here in New York City as well.
You know, it starts with going to these spiritual stores that have beauty products and learning about, you know, how to be conscious about the products that you're using, how to detox your beauty bag. And then we go into stores, makeup stores, but that have an impact on the world, that are giving back with every purchase that you make. And then we end at a place where we drink wine because wine circulates the blood.
So what's Stephanie's advice to budding makeup artists / entrepreneurs?
I would say, be exactly who you are. Because I think that as a Latina, many times, even in my own family, in my own communities, it felt like I needed to fit the mold. There are other women, other Latinas that can relate to that. Reach out to your community, look out for other Latinas, because we truly support each other. We're always looking out for one another.
That's our show for today. For more information on what you just saw, check out our website at tv.cuny.edu and our social media profiles on Facebook and Instagram. And please make sure you tune in next month when we meet the creator of La Borinqueña and explore whether it's a good idea to teach your kids to be bilingual. Hasta la próxima. Bye.
LATINAS.